Welcome back. Paul, we have two questions for you from our online forum, which you may have seen. You're on there a lot. You're regular conversations with the public, which we appreciate. This question's from someone who goes by the name Grey Ghost, and he's asking, I would be interested in knowing if now that Robin Road is going to have its water and sewer upgraded and a new surface applied, if some effort will be forthcoming to upgrade the facilities and maintain Centennial Park at the Old Beach.
Well, no decision has been made yet with respect to Wabano Road. A plan, a design, an engineered design was put together. We have met with the residents there, but there has been no decision about whether or not to proceed with those upgrades. Certainly the street is in need of repair, and council's thinking was, along with our operations people, was that if we were to repair the road, it would make sense to put sewers down that street, especially when it's so close to Georgian Bay, and to repair or upgrade the water line that was put in as a private system 40-odd years ago at the same time. But no decision has been made there. I would expect that if that project were to go ahead, and with the building and expansion of Sail Perry Sound along the same trail, that some upgrades, although what I'm not certain at this point, would be made at Centennial Park. It's certainly I think at one point the town had anticipated that would cease being such a vital part of our waterfront with the building in the new town beach, but that's proved to be far from the truth. So I would expect that there would eventually there will be some work needed there as well.
But it's not anything happening in the near future.
It's as I say, no decision's been made with respect to the road, and certainly there has been no planning and no real work done on any immediate changes at Centennial Park.
The second question comes from Pat Clare, and he's asking, with the 100th anniversary celebrations of the railroad bridges coming up, is anybody going to paint the old trestle?
Well, that decision is not the town's to make. The trestle is obviously owned by CPR, so whatever happens there will have to be done with their blessing and in conjunction with them. Several years ago, there were ideas to light the bridge, and CP had actually agreed to those. What they'll, whether the climate has changed there or not, I'm not certain. As you know, there have been several lawsuits filed against the railways in the town because of accidents that have happened, so I'm not sure where they are in that respect, but so I can't answer that question. I'm sorry. I'm sure that that'll be lighting and painting and decoration and beautifications are going to be some of the things that come forward, or suggestions that are made how to celebrate that centennial, but I can't answer whether or not the railway will agree.
Terms on council are now a year longer, 4 years. In your personal opinion, where would you like Perry Sound to be 4 years from now?
Well, I'd like us, what would I have liked to see done, or where would I like us to be? I'd like us to be more self-sufficient. I'd like to hope that our economy will be somewhat more diversified. I don't want this to sound like I've forgotten the disabled and the youth in the community, but I think for us to afford the arts and cultural and youth recreational facilities and the social net that we all want to see in this community, the economy has to be strengthened and moved ahead. The tax base has to be expanded, and the infrastructure work that's been undertaken has to continue to allow that to happen. So I hope we're able to move ahead on all those fronts.
Some people have been critical that Perry Sound is not really a destination right now for tourists and visitors. Do you think there's a particular project that or idea that could change that?
I think I think there are a few things that are happening, a couple things that are happening in the community at least. I think the Stocky Centre is a good piece of infrastructure for the community, and I also think that the Georgian Bay Biosphere over time will prove to be a real strong asset to this entire area. I think that ecotourism is a wave of the future, and I think that it'll be stronger and stronger, and with the formation of the biosphere, we're in a good position to take advantage of that.
There have also been some ideas thrown out there about the waterfront. Should something be done to the Parry Sound waterfront, and how important is that to the town's economy?
Well, I think when you look at most urban centers, the waterfront is often the core of the city. As long as I've been on council, we've been bargaining, it seems, trying to hit a moving target with ORC as how to approach or purchase rather the OPP M&R property, and I think we're further away now than we were then, because the target just keeps moving, and we haven't been able to match up with them. On the other side of the river, you've seen there are different things going on there with respect to cleaning the brownfields. There's certainly been some strong interest put forward by a private entrepreneur in purchasing various properties there, and the town has tried to do its part in creating tax incentives to anybody who is cleaning up brownfields, to be able to apply the monies spent versus their property tax. So I'm hopeful that over the next couple of years that we will see some movement there.
Well, thank you very much, Paul.
Thank you for your time.
And we would, if you'd like to give your feedback or suggestions, or suggest a guest, or even post questions for our next guest, we'd invite you to log on to our website at parrysound.com. We look forward to hearing your feedback, and until then, thank you for tuning in.